Hello everyone, welcome to DigiSurf videos. Today we're looking at the Xone 92 from allen&heath. So it's strange because it's like the brand new Xone 92, but it's maybe 20 years the 22 exists. So it's not brand new, but it's the same with little changes, like the filter on off don't plop when you put on, etc. So there is few modification to have a good upgrade about the Xone 92. For the connections, besides the two headphones output on the front, we will see that with a quarter jack and a MIDI jack. You will have everything on the back. So you have the power on off, power cable. You will have all the inputs here with phono and line inputs. Your little ground screw. You have two inputs here on line with jack. Quarter jack or your mic input with your XLR. XLR is not a combo jack XLR, quarter jack XLR, it's just XLR. After you will have all your output with the record without the modification of the master. It's cool. You have master 1 on XLR, master 2 on quarter jack, a boost output with quarter jack. You have your aux 1, aux 2 for your FX generator with the return here if you need, and you will have your MIDI output. We will see after what you can do with that. I will not start directly on the aux part, on the send return, aux return like you want, but directly on the audio routing, you know. So first you need, when you plug your turntable or your CD player or your line source, you need to choose which one you want on phono input or line input. So phono will be green, line will be red. It's easy to use like that. After you will have your trim or gain control. So minus infinite to plus 10, and you will have your red button here when you will be just before the clipping. You have great color on the meter here with green, blue and red. So it's easy to set your, to arrange your position for each track. After you will have the well-known 4-band EQ with high frequencies, with a full kill, mid with minus 30, and low with minus infinite. So when you will be all together, you have a little sound because you have minus 30 here, but it's very little. But the way to use those EQ is that you can move the medium, low medium, and not touching too much the high frequencies. And when you move the high medium, you are not touching too much the bass, you know. So it's great to have 4-band EQs. After you will have some little switch, one for the filter, so you can choose your channel to be on the filter 1 or on the filter 2. You can also choose which channel will go on the left side and right side of your crossfader. After you will have your PFL section. What is great is that you can choose just one, or you can choose directly 2 or 3, etc., etc. You have all your settings for the PFL, post EQ, clip Q. You can choose to listen to aux 1, aux 2. You have your balance between Q, PFL and mix, and after your level with 2 connectors, connections with a quarter jack and mini jack for your headphones output. And it's great to have the aux 1 and aux 2 directly on your headphones, because you know what you will send directly on the send return, you know, so it's great. After you will have your, I think, 10 centimeters or 100 millimeters fader. You have the curves here, so you can choose between 3 curves, and you have your crossfader here with a long fade or medium or directly cut. And like I said, you can choose which channel goes between the left and the right, So you can choose easily that. And you have the LED showing if you are, you see, choosing something here. Okay, so let's see the filters. So you have two filters. You can choose which channel can go to the filter. You have an LFO on each filter, and you have different little function inside. What is great is that each filter can be you can choose which frequency, so high pass filter, band pass filter, and low pass filter. And you can also choose two band directly like that and move, and you will have an over transformation. Let's see on this track, it is on the right here, so let's see here. So if you're not used to frequency, when you apply a filter and you don't want to have a mess like that, you see nothing. You can easily watch the inscription here. You have the high pass filter on the left here, you see the curve, so you can put your rotary knob here, and with that, no modification. If you use your low pass filter, put your the start of the filter like that as the inscription, and you will have, oh sorry, you will have no modification. You see? Yeah, you have to choose the right filter. Okay, so let's listen to the high pass filter, and after both you will have the resonance. I will show you without resonance, and after with a little bit of resonance. So let's put my button like that. Without resonance, half resonance. You start to hear the little wow wow on the middle and high frequency. And here it is. So now let's listen to the band pass filter. So you pass between all the frequencies. And after low pass, so with medium zero frequency, so it's flat, no frequency, resonance, sorry. Mid resonance and full resonance. And after, let's see with the LFO. So you can tap the LFO. You can also reset if you don't like it. You push like that, and you tap the tempo like you want. For now, we are not touching this to see the difference. So at 0, after mid, at max, after you can put multiply by 2, let's see with another tempo. Or you can put another strange tempo. Like you want. So you can apply this. Let's see, normal tempo you can apply on a low pass filter, but you can apply to a high pass filter too. And have the frequency, the LFO like that. After you can also put your filter, the parameter directly on the crossfader. So like that, let's see, with the VCF to X fade. You see I have no parameter here because right now I am here. Etc, etc. So the filter. After we will see the send return. So let me explain the difference if you want to not have any problems with the send return with the Xone. It's for the Xone 92, but it's for all the mixer with the send. You have two different methods to exit your track to an external FX. You have the send or aux return, send return, aux return, and you have insert. Insert will be cool for all the FX, plus RMX 1000, RMX 500. If you use those two FX with a send return, it will be a very big mess, or it will be difficult because you need 3 or 4 ends. I will show you why. And at the end, if you have any pedal FX or any FX generator with a dry wet pot, it would be okay, no problem at all, to have your FX on your mixer. So it could be a rotary knob like that, dry wet, okay, or it could be like a chaos pad, a little switch between dry and wet. It's not the inscription is not like that. I think it's direct or FX loop, something like that. Direct is like no dry wet, and FX loop will be with dry wet, okay. So let's see, for example, a normal use with a delay or an echo, for example, okay. So you have one send, two send, and you can return on a channel if you want, but we will have one channel minus one channel, but you can also go directly on the return part. It could be mic, it could be line, whatever you want, or it could be the return. Be sure you plug this, because if you're not touching this button, you will not have nothing. You see, if I touch this, I have my echo, okay? So you need to send like that, and you need to return like that. No send, you have nothing, and no return, you have nothing too, okay? You have to have both. So it's post fader, because I don't touch this little button here, because I want to have this feedback when I put off my fader, put down. Be sure to have the right EQ you want, or the level control you want. You can have less volume, you can have max volume, or you can put max volume, but you can put your fader, less volume here. Yeah, you have to choose your own method to do that. You can also put some EQs if you want. What you want, okay? You can listen to it in your headphone if you want to. So when it's done, you can add to your mix a filter, for example, like that. Yeah, we will put no delay, no echo, and let's see, like that. And return like that. So it's with post fader. With pre fader, it could be for filter, for any modulation, phasing, filter, etc. I will show you what it is. So I put off everywhere, and let's see what how it sounds. You listen to the little phasing, and I can put like that. You have some difference, but you don't have any filter. You don't have a real filter like this one. Okay, you understand? It's because you have the same signal directly on your master plus the send, so the same signal, multiplied by 2, and the FX when you will put an FX. So let's see what you have to do if you want to put an and it's now I will tell you that you have to have 3 or 4 hands, you know. So when you will put pre-fade, you have to open this, but you have to turn down your fader like that, and you have to have a good level here. Yeah, maybe like that. Okay. And now I can apply my you see, I'm on the right. Okay, I can apply what I want, but you need to make this little manipulation. It's very painful, you know. And when you want to return to an echo or something like that, you have to do the same thing opposite. So like that, push post and reduce the volume control. So it's very, very painful, you know. And after I can put this. Etc, etc. So you see, you can, for example, use an RMX 1000 or RMX 500, but you will have multiple manipulation to do on each FX, and it's very painful. You have to plug this, you have to push this, you have to turn this, very painful. And at the end, let's see the MIDI function. So you have some button like this one, you have the inscription here, you have this one, you have this one, to apply some MIDI function and to send some MIDI information like the MIDI clock. For example, you have multiple devices and you want to make a live, not just a DJ set, but a live with a sequencer, a sampler, etc., a piano, whatever, and you need to have a MIDI clock. This mixer, the Xone 92, can send a MIDI signal with the MIDI clock. So you have just to push your button like this. Let's see. You will see. Let's receive. Let's push MIDI. If I push tempo like this, for example, you see I have 90, 99, etc. But if I push a regular tempo, I will be near my tempo I want. And now I can apply something, maybe this one. I can adjust here. and you can apply this, or you can send a MIDI directly, a MIDI message directly with those buttons, for example. And this is the Monsieur Chipote part. So, like I always say allen&heath with the Xone 92 or all those mixers from the brand. It's a very cool design. It's very good quality construction. For the audio part, like always, you will have in the description Audacity project with all the phono part and the line part, so you can choose which mixer with the audio part, and it's cool to have that. But of course, it's a really good audio quality too. It's not an easy mixer. It's a simple mixer. You don't have any FX control apart from the filter. It's an FX, but you don't have echo, delay, etc. You need to have a send return, you know. But the main aspect, the main problem I have with this mixer, it will be cool to have one or two send, of course, but just one button or one turning button with an insert. Just one insert when you can choose the you know, on the 96 you have a insert, but just in the master. You don't have a mixer which allow you to choose the channel. So it will be cool to have that on this kind of mixer. But the rest is a tank, very good quality. It's a great mixer, of course. If you have any question about the Xone 92, feel free to ask under the video in the comment part. Thank you for watching this one. I hope you like it, and see you next content. Bye bye everybody.